It's fine.
All right, we are live on Studio Spotlight 9, and I'm super excited today. We have an awesome person to be featured. So I'd heard of Julie for a while, but really hadn't gotten involved in what she was doing until the last, I don't know, a few months.
Yep.
And geez, I'll tell you guys, it's helped me go from like, oh, I'm doing good to I'm doing even way better. Plus, now I even have like a bigger direction of where to go. So, Julie is the founder of Speaking Seriously, as well as the Business College of Speaking and Mentorship, which just started class the other day.
Yeah.
Like, in it. It's awesome. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn the time over to Julie May.
Okay, I had to take a second and share this on my homepage so that more of you can see this. But what we're going to be talking about is why you might want to consider using speaking in front of groups, whether online or in person, to further your message, or if you're an entrepreneur at all. I know I have a lot of friends out there, and a lot of you, especially on Studios, is telling you that they aren't buying and why they do buy. So you can say, you want to buy our mascara because it has these 3 qualities, which you know in your poll are the top 3 reasons people actually purchase any kind of makeup. So when you are doing these polls, though, make sure it is like brand neutral and a really safe place for people to give comments to them. They think you're a genius. So let's say one of the main pain points is that you don't get consistent sales every month. I think this is a problem a lot of entrepreneurs have, is they'll have like a month where they get really good sales and things are going awesome, but it feels like a bit of a roller coaster like this. So let's say one of the things you can do to help people is to have consistently high sales, consistently high across. That's something we do with our company, is help you understand how to have consistently high sales across. If you can explain that to your audience in the words they would use, then they're going to feel like you're the expert. So let's play along with that for just a minute. So if my audience comes to me and says, man, I had really good sales last month, but like this month it's looking a little tight, and March is always like the worst for our sales, but then it picks up again in June and it is so dang stressful, then maybe the way you could reword that as the person who is doing the sale and doing the speaking, you could say, do you want to take away the stress of having these roller coaster sales where it's going to be really high one month and really low the next month, and you never know what to expect, and you're ready for consistent income? Then you'll have the action step. So it's understanding what your audience really their pain points are and being able to describe them back to them in a way that's in their language. So as many interviews as you can have, as many polls as you can get, so that you understand the pain points of your audience and the way they would describe it, and then you're able to say it back to them in that same language, then they're going to think you really understand who they are and what their problems are. And I always say, make sure that it is something that you actually do deliver on. That's one of your expertise. So that's why it's important to do a lot of these, a lot of polls, a lot of question and answers, a lot of interviews with your audience, so that you can hit on those ones that are your particular expertise. So going back to sales, if you want to be really good at sales, getting on these online videos and being able to understand and express their pain points in their language and having a solution for them is going to go back to that they're seeing you as an expert, and those sales are automatically going to be coming in higher. So number 2 was sales. Number 1 was expertise. Number 3 is a little more of an elusive one. And I think this one is for all of us who went through 2020 and had a hard year. I'm not going to lie and say 2020 was fine for us and nothing bad happened. I was not that entrepreneur. It actually was really, really rough for us. We had several things that we had hopes and dreams of that did not turn out the way they were supposed to. And we seriously had to get in and regroup. And when we did, our messaging changed a little bit. And just the heart of why I wanted to help people got deeper and stronger, because I am here to help you guys be your absolute best so that you can go out and like support your families and share your messages and be that beacon of light in this dark, crazy world. And that got really strong for me as the struggles and the hardships came from 2020. And I know that happened for a ton of you. So I would say reason number 3 to do this is because besides needing sales and looking like an expert and doing those kinds of things, you know dang well somewhere under there, you have a message. You learned some things throughout the crap of your life. You have been hit down to rock bottom, and you want to get that message out there. That's reason number 3 to do this. It's not just about sales. It's not just about becoming the expert and things that are a little bit superfluous, even though they're not, because it serves a bigger message. It serves a bigger purpose for everything. But underneath it all, you have a message and you want to help people. Being able to speak online or in person is the easiest way to be able to express that. So, if right now the only thing you're doing online is maybe you have some great imaging and you're having text that's inspiring, that's fantastic. But I want to encourage you and stress the real need for you to turn your video on and start doing some videos. That's like the easiest way to share a message online and to share what you're doing. Just turn on a Facebook Live. It's not that hard to do. And then there are other ways to share a message online, obviously. You can get on and host your own webinars. There's tons and tons of online events happening right now that you can become a speaker at or even host your own of. There are, I would say, podcasts go into that land. YouTube, there's tons of opportunities on YouTube to get your message out. But for those of you who are just beginning to understand the world of online speaking, really just start with turning the camera on your Facebook or on your Insta. Insta's a little bit shorter and you have to be a little bit more succinct, but there's nothing wrong with that. You can deliver a super powerful message in a short amount of time, and having that video on helps your audience connect with you and really feel your message. Something that I realized this week is how impactful a short message can be. These don't have to be long and elaborate. Did you know the Gettysburg Address, which is one of like the most impactful messages anybody has ever given in like the history of messages, people still quote it to this day. Elementary schools recite it on stage. It was 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Beginning to end, 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. You can change the course of the world in 2 minutes and 30 seconds if you know what you're doing and you're powerful enough in doing it. So I want to take a minute just to share with you what that could look like, if that's okay with you. What we have developed, Phil talked about the College of Speaking and Mentorship. What we have developed there is we have taken all of the coaches you need to be successful as a speaker, to get your message out, to increase your sales, to become an expert in your field. And we have gathered all of them in one place together so that when you come and enroll with us, you have somebody who's going to help you with messaging. You have somebody who's going to help you with how to speak powerfully. You have somebody who's going to help you with branding. You have somebody who is going to help you with understanding how to be an amazing coach after the sale and what all of that looks like. We have personal development people. It's all there in one place so that you can come in and get absolutely every little piece you need. Because one of the things we found is as people were coming through our programs and we teach you how to be a super powerful speaker on stage and online, they didn't necessarily have some of the other parts you need to be successful. They didn't necessarily have all of the training they needed to have in order to be a great coach after the sale. They didn't have all of the training they needed to have in marketing and branding and innovation. They didn't have all of those pieces. They didn't have the piece where they had the mindset going into it, because once you put your message out there, I promise you, you're going to feel like you're being attacked on all sides by crazy things, because the negative voices are going to try and shut down your light. They didn't have those things in the beginning. And so we wanted to make sure that we could provide all of those tools so that each of the people who come through our program is completely prepared and powerful out there with their message. So what are you going to get? You are going to get powerful instructors who actually have worked in the field, who are super successful right now. They've gone through it. They've done it. They are super successful right now. They have used these tools to create change in so many people already that they know exactly how to help you. So they haven't just done it for themselves, but they've had hundreds of people come through that they have individually helped as well. So they are vetted. We know they know how to help you. And I'm one of the instructors, so I know exactly how to help you become powerful on stage and in those online platforms. This semester, here's what you can expect. Is we have a class that I'm teaching that is the art of online speaking, that's going to teach you how to do things like this really powerfully and enroll your clients in higher level programs than you thought you could. I have another course that's called The Business of Speaking. So those are for people who want to really make speaking their livelihood. They want to have that a large portion of their business, and they want to maybe have that go from being a hobby to being an actual business that supports your family. I have used this to support my family on a high level for the last several years. And I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to know to create at least a six-figure income doing this. Those are the two classes I'm teaching. We also have a really amazing class on innovation. One of the things I have noticed is that the people who are successful are innovators, like bar none. They do not go out and copy everyone else. They go in and innovate. That is just the facts. And then we have Laurel Houston, who is in teaching body mapping and body language. Body language is so absolutely critical. Anytime you're going to have a video or an in-person interaction with somebody, you need to make sure your body language matches the message that you have underneath, so that every part of you is doing the actions that are in your heart, and the message that you want to get out is getting out. So that's what we have available this semester. What it looks like is each class is 45 minutes long, one time per week. You can sign up for one class for $19.97, or you can sign up for 3 or 4 classes. 3 classes you get a little bit of a discount on, and that's going to be $5,000 for 3 classes. What we have you do, which is going to be your very next thing to do, is hop on a call with one of our admissions counselors, because they can look at your whole picture, what you've done in the past, what you're doing right now, what your big goals are, what your small goals are. And they're going to be able to help you enroll in the class or classes that are exactly perfect to help you hit your goals. If your goals are to use speaking online to get your business up to the next 6-figure level, that's Business of Speaking and Online Speaking. Those are my 2 classes. If one of your next goals is to really create something brand new and not just kind of regurgitate the things that you've learned in the past, so that it goes back to that expert status. If you're an innovator, you are the expert. If that's where you want to be, and you're like, okay, I'm done being a copy of somebody else, I'm done just trying to figure this out, I'm ready to have something brand new that's mine, you've got to take Principles of Innovation. That class is brilliant. The body mapping and body language class by Laurel Houston, that is for so many people. Oh my gosh, it's so great. It is for people who really want to understand body language within themselves and their families. It's for people who want to be on stages and online speaking opportunities. It is for anyone in business, out of business, who wants to understand themselves at a higher level. So what your very next step is going to be is to hop on a call with one of our admissions counselors, and they're going to be able to help you through the next step. I know Phil's in one of my classes, and I know he's going to probably come back here in a sec, but we just started class last week, so there's still time to join for this semester. We've only had one class so far, so we are accepting new people through the end of next week, and you'll be able to still come on and do all of the things. But I think Phil didn't know exactly what to expect, but he was like blown away by the things we are teaching in these classes. It is not the typical mentoring you expect. And that's why we're calling it a college. It is not the typical mentoring you expect. This is going to be the next level, the next way of delivering this kind of information out to the masses. I promise you it is. You'll see in like 6 months, more and more people starting to take this route because it is so much more involved and deep and powerful than your typical mentoring class. So there's Phil. Tell him what your first impressions of classes last week.
Oh my gosh. Like, I had honestly no idea what to expect. And honestly, I think you might remember, Julie, one of the first things I said when I, jumped in there was, well, I never expected to be in a college class again. Because I finished college, like, seriously, like 2008, 2009, 2010. It's been a long time. And I told myself forever, well, I'm done with that stuff. But once Julie, I hopped on a call with Julie.
Yep.
To talk about this. And it was like, yes, I need this like right now. I need this yesterday.
Yesterday.
Just like,
exactly. And it's going to be it's just going to get better and better and better. So that's what I would just say is, yes, it is brand new. I will tell you, like, there's not heaps of testimonials that say, hey, I went through the college and this is what happened, because this is our pilot season. This is, we just started classes last week. But I will tell you that I have been teaching speaking for years and years and years now. And we have hundreds of people who have gone on to be super successful. We've coached almost all of the top speakers in Utah right now have come through Speaking Seriously training. That's what we do, is we help you get out and be powerful. But now, on top of what we can offer you, it's going to be such more of a well-rounded situation where you're going to have business experts and body language experts and people are going to help you with branding and marketing and social media, and we have so many plans for expanding this to every area you need that it's going to take the power of what we can do to help you be powerful on stage and add everything else on. So it's really, really awesome. Phil, do you happen to have that link for them to hop on a call? Can we pop that in comments or on one of our things here?
Yes, I will add that in the comments.
Okay, we're going to put that in the comments.
Website.
That is your next step, is pop on a call. It is super like non-pressure. You can get on and ask your questions. We have a whole team of people that are ready to help you with that. And really, you can get on a call and be like, I am just curious to see how this works and what that could look like for me. And they'll be able to, describe what it looks like for you. And they'll even be able to say if it's not a good fit for you. Our team is very trained in, is it a good fit or is it really just not a good fit for them? And there's no pressure or anything like that. It's a great, safe place to hop on and see what you can do. So that's what I would encourage you to do, is he's putting that link in the comments. Make sure you hop on a call with our team and they'll answer any questions you have. And this is for all entrepreneurs who are ready to use speaking and stuff like that to get to the next level of their business. So that's what we're here for.
Oh man, Julie, thank you so much. I'm going to tell you guys, like the other day we had our very first class. Like I said, didn't know what to expect. I seriously came out of it. Like at the beginning, had no idea. What am I going to get? What am I going to do? And I came out of it immediately. Like, class is over. And I'm just like, oh, new things to apply. This is going to make what I have even better. Like, snap.
Class one.
Better. Class one.
Class one.
Weeks remaining.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a 16-week program. So that is another thing to note. 16 weeks one time a week, 45 minutes per class. We make it really, really easy for those of you who still have jobs and other things to do. We know you're busy as entrepreneurs, but yeah, week 1. And it's like, yeah, we already have fantastic tools to add into what we're doing.
Absolutely. Guys, I cannot recommend enough. I'm going to post that link in the comments where you can jump on a call. Seriously, take advantage of it. Because I know if you don't feel like it's a good fit, you're not going to be pressured into it. There's no way. If it is a good fit, you and your admissions counselor will know that and be able to do it, figure out exactly what classes you're going to need, what to get into right now, what path you're going to go on, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, another reason to hop on a call right now is the classes we're teaching right now are not going to be taught for another entire year because we have different plans for the fall. Like right now, I told you I'm teaching the art of online speaking. In the fall, I'm going to teaching in-person speaking because that's, what's going to be more available in the fall. And it's actually a completely different method and a completely different class. So those of you who want to figure out online speaking, this class won't be taught until January of 2022 after this. So it's not like you can go, oh, well, maybe I'll take it in a few months. It's not going to be here in a few months. We have so many other things to teach. So if you want to figure out online speaking, you want to figure out how to create a business out of this, you're not going to see these classes for at least another year. So that's another reason. Pop on a call now because that's going to be it. Or you get, personal coaching from me, but that's going to be at 10 times the price that this is. So yeah.
Thanks for being here, Julie.
Thank you so much for having me, Phil.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right, everybody. We hope you have an awesome day, and we will see you next time on Studio Spotlight 9.